Hi, my name is Sebastian, and today we're going to talk about the Antigua Small Farms Espresso. So today I want to tell you a little bit about this coffee. It comes from a region of Guatemala called Antigua, and specifically it comes from the Volcán de Agua volcano, which means water volcano, which is a massive stratovolcano that you can see right from the town of Antigua. So on the slopes of the volcano, coffee growers have been cultivating coffee for quite some time, and it's home to some of the richest soils in all of Guatemala. The challenge with this coffee is how to get it in the hands of someone who can export it or someone who could process it, because these are very, very small holders that are very good at cultivating coffee, but have no experience processing it. So these producers have been growing coffee, mostly Bourbon and Caturra on these slopes for quite some time, but they've always lacked the right partner to process this coffee. And this is where Luis Pedro Zelaya comes in. Luis Pedro Zelaya is a very well-respected figure and a good friend of mine in Antigua, Guatemala. He's a coffee producer himself, but he also has a mill there called Bella Vista. And the mill is essentially a place where green coffee cherries come in, and in the simplest form, exported green coffee comes out of the mill. And what happens, the magic that happens in the middle is where all the details of proper processing comes in and what makes this coffee what it is. Essentially, every day during the harvest, coffee gets picked by the Volcán de Agua farmers, and they bring and deliver cherry to Bella Vista, where it's then evaluated for quality and the payment is assessed. And then it gets depulped and fermented in the fermentation tanks for 24 to 36 hours. Then it gets fully washed, and then it goes to the drying beds. And once it's dried, it's ready for evaluation. So the way that the harvest works and the way that the lots are divided, there's usually between 100 to 120 of these individual lots through the harvest. And then when I taste them, I taste probably around 60 of them. And then I pick and choose the ones that I think would make the best espresso, and that's what ends up coming to us here in Canada. So let's talk about what's in the cup a little bit. And this coffee, I think, is really made for espresso. When I tasted this coffee back in Guatemala, I found that there's really deep chocolate notes, lots of raisin type notes, and then like a little bit of raspberry that, when pulled the right way with espresso, it really comes out and shines. It's sort of the signature of this coffee. So both as an espresso and a cappuccino, this coffee is one of my annual favorites. It's never deviates too much from what you expect, but it also just never seems to disappoint on the what it delivers. Yeah, so this, lots of dark chocolate, lots of berry, very, very smooth, very drinkable everyday espresso. And as a cappuccino, it just, toffee notes come out. It just gets super sweet and rich. So very, very tasty. We're using this coffee right now at our Chinook location, so you can go there and try it as a espresso, cappuccino, Americano. We also are selling bags of it throughout all of our cafes and online. And we'll have it until it runs out for this year. We have it every year. And it's one of the coffees that I really look forward to, because it's super easy drinking. It's a coffee that I could have every morning without any complaints. And yeah, I just love how balanced and sweet it is.